What's up, YouTube? I have to move this kitchen wall back to where this line is. I've got the wall pretty damn square. It is square. So if I bring the wall up to the left side of the red line, we'll be able to catch this rafter here all the way across. There's another rafter mirroring it on the other side. Of course, my laser's going dead. Isn't that the best time for a laser to die? So I'm going to shut my laser off right where it sits. I can't move that, so I'm going to put my bucket directly over it. That way, hopefully I don't run into that laser, because it took me a while to get it set up. Really, I got a black line over there, and a black line over there. It's an 11¼ inches away from where the wall sits now. I've already got the wall level and square to the house, so I pulled measure on each end, and then I set up my laser so I don't have to do this crazy line transfers. Okay. Now I have to unscrew the top plate, and I have to drive a wedge, some pry bars, cat's paw, whatever, in between the floor and the bottom plate so my saw blade can get in there and cut them. I'm using an old blade. I just don't want to ruin new blades for nothing. It might take a little longer, but it'll save a little bit of money. They are expensive. Blades are some of the most expensive things on a project for construction. It's definitely the most expensive reusable tool that you'll need is blades. Fasteners, those are material. That's a material thing, but blades are for your tools. So. Another thing that's expensive is when people steal your batteries. I can't tell you how many 12-hour batteries I've had to buy. You know, they're upwards of $400, $300 to $400 a piece. And I only have 4 or 5 right now. I should have like 14. I probably spent 25 grand on 8 grand worth of tools that I own right now of Milwaukee. It's sick. It's just makes me absolutely disgusted to think about it. However, this project is for this kitchen wall dividing the bathroom. This wall will share wall drains for the vanity, and it'll share it with the kitchen wall drain. So I got some work to do. We're gonna move this wall back so that I can get this kitchen counter in place, etc. and so on. So here we go. There it is. I'm hoping that I don't have any hidden screws. Looks to me like I'll have to cat's paw a few of them now. So yeah, I have the cat's paw a lot of them now. So here we go. here is just to get the head of the screw pulled down low enough to get the thread touching. That way when I drill backwards, it'll grab thread. The first however many inches of the screw is shaft. Just clean axle. No threads at all. So, I've got my cat's paw in. There, we got that one grabbing. On to the next. I have a feeling there's some hidden screws, but I'm pretty sure I made sure that they were on the opposite side of where the stud was going. We'll see. We'll see. That one's in there. There we go. Nice. Oh, yeah. Should be enough. Lovely. That one's already out. Ooh, that one's deep. Two more. Nothing like doing work twice. Doing work over again, isn't that fun? Ugh. Stupid. No one to blame but myself, though. Oh, that one's smoked. I may have to cut those. See if I can get this one out. Well, I could unscrew this board real quick. save money on blades. There. That was junk. Hello. All right. Okay. I believe we have all the screws out now from the top. Now I have, where are the other ones? I think I used them all. All right, there's some in here. Now we have these ram set nails that get dropped down with a charge into the cement. And these act as an anchor to stop the wall from moving. They don't need to be super sturdy, it's just an anchor to literally stop it from sliding left and right. Nothing's gonna, the wall won't walk away, you know? Gravity alone does a lot of the work. But here we go. So at first, I ought to slide this kitchen counter that way and just bang this wall that way to give it sort of a little bit of lean, just to kind of take a little bit of pressure off the blade. Doesn't need much. Now I take my pounding block. I have to cut the trim. But it took a little bit off. I can see there's a little gap there now. So now I'm going to get underneath. And you don't need much. Just enough for that blade to get. Now I have to fight the wood while it's down there. But there are two nails right here, so I could try to pull these nails. I guess I'll give it a shot. I swapped out my cat's paws. That's the one I usually carry in my belt. These are a little too gaumy for everything I do, but that one here is small enough. It's small enough to work in finish area, but it's also big enough to grab roofing nails and 16 pennies, anything that you're gonna really generally use. But this has a thicker body, so it's better off for like doing bigger demo jobs. And this is what my guys carry, because I usually do the nice, finish work of whatever's going on. My guys need heavy tools. So I used to carry one of these, and it was just too big for interior, so I swapped it to a smaller one. So here we go. probably reshoot that or re-drop it, whatever you call it. Drive. Drive. Well, this is what usually happens right here. They usually break. But if it's broken, it means it probably didn't go into the concrete much. So I'll make sure it's cut while the cast bar is already under there. Piggyback here. Use my big hammer. There we go. Got enough. Feels like it's coming. Well, maybe it'll come. Look at that. A little bit of hard work, and I'm saving all my blades. Now, I just rinse and repeat until I get all these nails out. Now, we originally built this wall because we wanted it here. We realized that the bathroom was going to be pretty big. So, once I got all my walls figured out, I decided I was going to do 2 bedrooms. Figured out exactly where that wall was going to be. And I got my body over there in that corner after it was cleaned out, realized, well, we're gonna need a stove and a fridge too. Let's make sure there's enough room. So this 11 inches by 10 foot, that's an extra 11 square feet. You know, it's quite a bit. And it adds, 11 square feet, I believe that's 1.5 fridges, or a little over the size of a fridge, depending on what fridge you have. I know it's a little over a stove, so we're gaining all that square feet to put them in, and it won't be so congested in there on the left side. And again, the bathroom was big anyway, so it's okay to take a little bit off the bathroom. The only thing that's stopping me, I would have the wall here, but this HVAC pipe is in the way. Now, I could put the wall on this side, and I haven't thought of that, but I still could. I haven't built any walls yet. And there would definitely be plenty of room to do so. So maybe I'll do that. I'll at least check that idea out. I just got to do some measurements because I already have my vanity, I already have my shower, I already have my toilet. So if I can do some measurements and figure out, all right, well, yeah, that'd be the best route, well, then I'll do that for sure. That right there is how far out my shower will go. And if I put my vanity, or if I put my wall here, there would still be plenty of room. Yeah, there would be plenty of room. YouTube, you may have just saved me a lot of money. Just for brainstorming this, I never really thought of putting it on the other side of the pipe until I weighed the options, brainstorming. I'm just gonna shut this door. Grab a drink. I'm gonna hook this fan up. It's pretty hot. All right. Let's check this idea out. Huh. Let's see. So, putting the wall on that side is actually fine. Now that I've moved the wall back, figured out where my bathroom wall will be, it's actually further back than I had originally thought. I still have plenty of room for the trench I built to fit the shower. Now we're at substantially enough. Now we're talking like 30 square feet, 35. It would end up bringing well, if that's the 16, I can go 16 inches further than I originally thought. So, do the bucket here. Inches further than my original yeah, we'd be talking 30, just about 30 square feet instead of 11. It's 28 square feet right there instead of 11. 17 square feet, that's a lot. And I still have plenty of room. would still have plenty of room for the wall. That's why I didn't want to do it. Because this pipe would be in the kitchen. What do you think? Put the pipe in the kitchen anyway? It's a good idea. I mean, I don't see it. That's the thing, like I don't really, I don't think they'd care. I think they'd want more living space. Now I just had to go and start changing stuff up, right? But it's a plausible idea. Because everyone says when they see the floor layout, your bathroom's going to be that big, and they say, man, your kitchen's not going to be big enough. So I'm hearing that the bathroom's too big and the kitchen's not big enough. The only leeway on that is it worth it to have a pipe running through your kitchen? Yes, I can just box it up. Why not? I'll just trim around it. There we go. We figured it out. But at the same time, all this HVAC is going to be running in there too. So I'll just spray it, spray paint it. I'll spray paint this with the rest of the HVAC and call it good. Okay, so our bathroom just got smaller, but our kitchen grew substantially. It's almost a third bigger now. That's a lot. It's definitely 20% bigger. That's huge. We're moving 27 and a quarter inch this way technically by 13 feet. Technically. The wall is 10 foot, around 10 foot feet. 10 foot feet. That's a good one. I ought to make a shirt. I am 6 foot tall. Alright, here we go. Enough jokes. I have to finish this and then cut my trim where I'm going to put it. And exponentially is not a word, just by the way. But our president seems to think exponentially is a word. I don't know why. It's weird. I'm not a hater on Biden. I'm just saying it's kind of funny. Exponentially 6 foot feet. Yeah. All right. I'm a baby. I'm a wussy. I need to get my baby pads. Where did they go? Alright. Maybe I shouldn't say I'm a baby. I might get sniffed from behind. Save some more blade. Here we go. There's only 3 here. There's supposed to be 4. Good thing I didn't use Teflon. Those are threaded. Oh, look at that. So the reason I cut these a lot of the time is because a lot of the time they'll break at the head. They just get that first little bit like I showed you on one of the other ones. Normally that's what happens. It's probably because they've been put through so much tensile strength resistance that they remolecule, the molecules reform or whatever. Whatever that's called. I'm not going to pretend like I know, but I know when metal heats up, the molecules become more rigid. I should say when it bends. That's why the more you bend the nail, it'll break in half. Now, if you just heat the metal up, the molecules get bigger. When it cools, they expand, it gets smaller. Okay, let's see what we got. Last one. Last one. No sawzall needed. Just for the one that broke. That's a lot. You know how bent that is? It's kind of crazy. Now I'm going to tell you this, Rick. I'll show you. No matter what you buy, you always want to buy, no matter what you're doing, you always want to buy the saw. This is Milwaukee saw. It goes in like this usually. I keep the packs because they hold the blades pretty well. I just throw a piece of containment tape over there. And when you don't need it, you close it up. When you need it, you open it up and they don't fall out. But I haven't been moving anywhere, so I haven't closed it up yet. But it's called the axe. This is the axe. It'll cut anything. It'll cut metal. It'll cut plastic, wood, don't matter what it is. I'm sure it'll cut cement, to be honest. Now, getting this underneath those sills, the blade bent for me. And when I use it, it still reciprocates back and forth. So this is a Sawzall. The reason why it's called a Sawzall is because the company who started Sawzall making these was called Sawzall. Really, this is a reciprocating saw. Okay, and this one is the new Sawzall. They call this the Super Sawzall. The Super Saw. It's like 3.5 pounds heavier than their last model, which helps a lot when you're cutting downward. It works with the impact drive to, look at this, I didn't even know about this. It's got a differential on there. I have no clue what that is. I'm gonna have to look at that. So, oh, it looks like it cuts both ways, or, wow, oh wow, it looks like, I don't know. It's got a circle arrows and then a parallel arrows, one this way and one that way, like electrical current. And it has speed variation. So, different speeds for different cuts. And it also has the 2x4 or whatever, it's a hanger when you're done, you can hang it on stuff. Anyway, you want to use the axe, Milwaukee axe. A lot of, these are like the only Milwaukee blades I actually buy. I don't generally buy Milwaukee. I buy, well, now Imperial is bought out by Milwaukee for my multi-tool. Yeah, during COVID, Imperial sold, or right after COVID. So Milwaukee bought the Imperial blades for the spatula cutter. Call it a multi-tool, whatever, Fiend tool. Fiend was the first person to make the multi-tool spatula cutter. So a lot of people call it the Fiend or Fine. Anyway, that's the other one Milwaukee makes that I buy. But I still go online and buy the old Imperial blades. I guess until they're gone. But and then all my circular saws, table saw, chop saw, regular circular saw, stuff like that, I buy Diablo. All Diablo, ultra fine crosscut saws. Even on my rips, I still buy the crosscuts. And then for grinder wheels, I generally don't care who makes it. It's just gotta be tough. Generally a grinder, never ever buy a diamond, like the old diamond where they chip and break off. You're gonna wanna buy a steel blade with diamond engraved or diamond encrusted edges. It's generally called a masonry blade. Masonry blades are the way to go. I'll show you one. Oh, that's a grinder wheel. So, all my other blades are in the trailer right now. And it's funny that I said that I don't do it, but these, see how that's metal and it's got a diamond, commercial diamond encrusted edge. Usually I buy the ones with the slits in them. That's a masonry blade. It's all metal, diamond encrusted edge. This is a grinder wheel. This is the only old school style of diamond blade that I use. And I only use it in the grinder, thick grinder version. But I've come to find out that the ones that have the metal on them with the sandpaper, little pads of sandpaper every whatever, they're just like rolled around like armor would sit, those grind really well. So those chew up metal quick. But these are good. This is an old one I bought. I usually buy 5 or 10, so I have them for a while. This is an older one. This one came with the saw, so I'm using it. But all my other blades are in the, well, I think I got the bag right here. Nope. I don't have my, I don't have, that's weird. I usually have my diamond. Oh, I think they're in a box that goes in that bag. That's in the trailer. Anyway, always buy the masonry style blades if you're trying to cut. And remember that if you're trying to cut metal, sometimes it is quicker to just use a Sawzall. Like if you're trying to cut a pipe and you're not worried super bad about finish at the moment, a Sawzall, just to get your dimensions roughly, Sawzall's way faster. But also remember that you can use a plasma cutter any day, and that's gonna cut way better and way quicker too. Okay, so now I have my new line. So now I have to pull this new measurement on the other side, and I'll shoot my laser down. That way, once I put my wall up, I'll be able to just put it against the laser, and I'll know I'll have it'll be level. So it'll transfer this line down there, and I'm also going to put it perfectly right on both, so it'll also shoot where the bottom and top will be. It'll be good. I'm just going to make double check, see what I got here. So my actual here is 28 and 1/8. Now before I do this, for plumbing reasons, I need to make sure that my wall is going to sit wow, that's not going to work. Oh, that sucks. So my wall, I'll show you. So this is the carrying beam right here, right? That holds these joists. These are just slats for screwing drywall. These are big joists, 2x8s, 2x10s, whatever. And they run this way. They're attached to that wall. Well, that wall, they sit on top of that wall. And they also sit on top or are screwed into this carrying beam. Now this carrying beam has upright posts holding the middle. So literally the floor is held up by just 1, 2, 3, 4 posts at the moment. I'm going to be building a wall right down the center of this. So it'll forever be stuck and stood in place until the wall is demoed. However, I need this wall to be on the left side of this stud so that we can put a stink pipe up. It's going to have to go up. We're gonna shoot a big hole up through here. It'll go up through the ceiling, through the drywall, through the top plate, through the top plate, through drywall, and it's going to actually, this wall itself is put right where the stink pipe has to go straight up into. It has to go straight up there, up into the closet of the upstairs bedroom, and straight up through the roof, and we have to put a new stink pipe boot on. So basically redo, add a whole new stink pipe for this unit. Therefore, they don't want that to be on the right side of the joist, because they'd have to fight through that joist as well, and that you can't turn a right angle that easy. Maybe later on in life we'll have drill bits that turn right angles like that, but right now, I'm sure the military does, but right now we don't have our hands on those type of things. So basically, if I just check right here, because this wall was built double 2x4, is there enough room? There's not enough room to go around that pipe. There's barely any room. So if they drill through that, they're gonna end up drilling through and that sucks. So well, maybe not. Maybe I can get him to bang on a hammer, because I'm pretty sure his actual corner of his closet's over here. Now I had an X, you can see just the little circle of where I had circled around. And there's an X on the ceiling right in the center of that top plate. Right in that corner. marking where I heard the hammer tap when he was tapping on the corner of his closet. So I'm going to do a re-hammer tap and just guarantee, because I felt like it was here, but it was deeper in. So we might get away with going maybe on a diagonal and then turn and go under here and then go up if I come on this side of the ceiling. In that case, the wall is open for them. They'll be able to do the work, no problem. So, thanks for watching. This morphed into another travesty. So, I'm gonna try to see if this will happen. I mean, if you look at it, that's plenty of room for a bathroom. That's a 48-inch wide stand-up shower. It's a good size stand-up shower. It's not cramped by any means. I mean, I'm a big guy and I'm at most 36 inches wide. So an extra 12 inches on top of that, plenty of room. It's 34 inches deep. And we're looking at bringing it just to the left, about where my mat is. Middle of my mat. And that'll bring that vanity. It's still in its box, but I'll show you. It's a good sized vanity. That's 18.6 inches deep, 37.6 inches wide. So that's a wide, 38 inches. That's a wide vanity. And that would share a wall port, staggered wall port with the kitchen sink. Now the kitchen sink is not going to be over here. That was existing. This cabinet came with the house. I believe it was the old store's register checkout thing anyway. I don't really know for a fact, but I have to do a lot of modifications to this to make it work to what I need it to. But that's just a few hour project and I'll have it all buckled in. Anyway. Let's see if we can get this wall moved backwards the almost 30 inches rather than 11. 20, what was it? 27 or 28 and an eighth? Something like that. 28 and an eighth or 11 and a quarter. That will give a substantial amount of room to the kitchen, and the bathroom will still be pretty good size because it's, it's 13 foot going this way. That's pretty big. I mean, the toilet's going to be over here. There's quite a bit of room. There'll be a door right there going straight through. So there'll be a door like this whole thing. And that'll go in. This will be a wall. And then it'll angle off into the closet over there. So we're going to try to give some more room to this kitchen. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment. Let me know what you think we should do with this kitchen. We could really use the help. There's a lot of smart people out there. So I appreciate you guys. Take care. Amen.